Hello Aquarius, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Eva Spirit Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for January 2021, what Spirit wants you to know, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Of course, this reading won't resonate with every single Aquarius out there, but I have put my intentions in this that those who need to find the messages will. So, please feel free to share this video if it pertains to others you know out there. That would be wonderful. And of course, Aquarius, I'm wishing you all a blessed, abundant, and fabulous 2021. Happy New Year. For those of you who don't know, I am a channel, and as such, I channel lots of different beings, collectives, and guides through the decks that I have here, as well as through the stones and crystals. So if you see cards flying around while I'm shuffling or my voice changing, it's just the result of a lot of energy in this space. Links to schedule a personal reading with me and decks that I use will all be down below in the description box. Thank you so much, Aquarius, and let's get started. So as you can see, I've already pulled cards for you. Some of them have flipped over as they came out, and some of them have not. Nevertheless, I haven't really gone into the energies here, but I start to pick up on a few things. And one of the first things that I heard was this idea of distractions, because the first card that came out, which I saw from the first deck it says no, and immediately what I heard was saying no to distractions. They're also telling me that they're saying that there is a need to let how do I say that, sort of let something percolate, or no, that's not how I would say it. They're saying let this stew cook. So if you imagine that you're cooking a stew, you put all the ingredients in, and then you just sort of have to let it simmer for a while, and you have to let it all mix together to get all the flavors and all the juices and all this kind of thing. So they're talking about saying no to distractions. They're also saying no to doing too much too soon, jumping ahead, jumping the gun. They're saying that once you put everything in the pot, you sort of have to let it be together for a while, sort of like if you're adding flavoring to something. I can't remember the word now, but when you add flavoring to a piece of chicken, or marinate, that's the word, thank you. You have to let it marinate for a while. So that they're sort of bringing me to that, because they're saying that there's a lot of they're saying that there's a lot of fire energy in you right now. A lot of you are feeling very inspired, very energetic, very enthusiastic, very positive, very determined. And it's about knowing how to channel that energy and where to channel it, because they're saying that if you jump the gun and you don't let things stew for a while, then it doesn't taste as good. So that's what I'm getting from that. They're telling me to read the card underneath it, which is from the other deck, so I will. And it's the Six of Cups. So let me just tune into this card and see what the message is here for you. Okay, they're saying that some of you may be feeling this month that you're sort of wandering back to the past and past events, past experiences. And they're talking about this idea of equal giving and receiving. So that's what they're bringing me to with this energy. And they're saying sort of understanding this idea of equal give and take again, and they're also bringing me to this idea of balance. It's sort of like and I actually got this for another sign as well, and they're also saying the same thing here, which is about taking time to for those of you who are sort of intrigued to look back a little bit, or they're saying if for some of you, someone might come in from the past who is wanting to have a conversation about that. They're saying some of you may say yes and be willing to have that conversation or hear what the individual has to say, and some of you may say no. There's no right or wrong here. They're saying that they're just highlighting to me that for some of you there may be a need to go back a little bit to think about these things so that you can tie things up and move on, because as I'm seeing here, they're bringing me to this road here, and what they're saying here is that even though in the image it sort of looks like don't go this way, but that's not the message that I'm getting from them as I'm channeling. They're actually saying that there is a road that's carved for you, that's paved out for you, that you have created for yourself, And in order to go down that road, it requires full commitment. So you're going to have to say no to other things. They're also bringing me to this idea of realizing that this path you decide to go on is not for the faint-hearted. It's going to have trials, tribulations, ups and downs, and it's going to take all of your strength. But you've got the Chariot card here, which is extreme determination, having a very powerful sense of purpose and direction. So definitely there's a group of you that already know that this journey you want to walk on now, or whatever it is you want to do this year, may be difficult, but you're willing to go for it because you have passion. The next card you've got here is the Age of Light. Very beautiful. I just heard pioneering. Okay, so they're saying that for some of you it's this idea of pioneering in terms of learning to be who you really are. So they're showing me this idea of someone sort of taking off a costume or taking off the mask. It's sort of like someone who hasn't been able to be themselves their whole life, that this is the year where they sort of come into who they really are and embrace their true colors. So they're showing me this is the year to be who you really are. And the card says you've been training for this for lifetimes. And what they're also saying here is that by focusing on just being who you are this year unapologetically, it is actually going to allow you to feel the most aligned, inspired, uplifted, and light in your body, light in your sort of like you didn't realize how much weight you were carrying, the weight of not being able to be who you really are in some respect. So this is the year of changing that. And underneath that, with the Chariot here, it's just showing that it's sort of like I'm getting this sense like you've had enough of not being who you are. You've had enough of living something, doing something, that just being with someone perhaps that just was not true to who you are, that wasn't aligned with who you really are. But they're also bringing me to this idea that they're saying that you didn't quite know, you weren't quite sure, and so you were playing around with different things. And maybe they're saying being involved with people who were and are not really aligned with your purpose and with your true nature. And they're saying that, for a lot of you, you sort of needed to go through these sort of zigzags and experiments, but now it's sort of like you've had that experience, and now you know who you are, and now you know what you want, and you're going for it. You're ready to shed the skin and to let go of any distractions now. But for some of you with the Six of Cups, like I said, there might be someone coming back to want to have a discussion with you. The next card you've got is Unbound. Okay, so interesting. I'm getting this energy of escapism, actually. Escapism, sort of and escapism and some sort of releasing as well, sort of like they're saying defragmentation. That's the word that I'm actually hearing from them. Interesting. The card itself says releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So I'm really getting this sense that something or some things in your energy is sort of being released now. I'm getting this sort of like shadow aspect of self or shadow self that I'm getting actually quite heavy sort of addictions or patterns or tendencies that were really unhelpful to you, sort of now that they're being released. But I'm still getting this energy of escapism. Maybe it's that you yourself are wanting to escape from these patterns, these ways of being that you've identified are just not helpful to you. But I'm also interested in getting this sense that these patterns of yours, or these shadow aspects of self, it's sort of like they're coming out of you. It's almost like sort of an exorcism energy, they're sort of just coming out of you, and they have some sort of life or energy of their own, and they're sort of going to other places, but nevertheless they're being released from you. They're also showing me some kind of to do some kind of ritual, if you feel so inclined, that helps you to break those cords, because they're also now bringing me to breaking cords cords to people that don't serve you. So they're saying that it won't be hard to release. You're kind of in a state now where you can release a lot of things. So Spirit is definitely going to help you with that. And underneath that, you've got the High Priestess. It was actually in the reverse position. I don't normally read reversals because I can just hear the guides directly, but they're telling me to take into consideration that this was in the reverse. And what I'm getting from this is that you're still in the process of really tapping in, tuning in. They're specifically saying acting on your deepest sort of truths and knowings and gut feelings, gut instincts. But they're saying that that's okay. It's sort of a learning process. It sort of takes a bit of time to get used to completely trusting that if you haven't lived that at all. So but the fact that this is on the table here, I mean, I'm definitely sensing that it's almost like you're becoming more aligned and you're becoming more authentic this month with who you are. And they're also saying this year in general, which is brilliant to see because the Aquarian energy is about authenticity. The next card you've got here is Take a Break, and I immediately heard don't be too hard on yourself. You've got moon energy. That I can see the moon in quite a few cards here. So what that's telling me is that it may not look like on a physical level that you are doing much, and so you may think, oh, why am I so tired, or I should be doing more than I'm doing. But they're saying that there's a lot of work going on the I just saw 1122 there. There's a lot of work going on the subtle levels, and so so if you feel a bit more tired or exhausted or depleted on certain days, it's energy work that's going on. They're also saying going on in your sleep. So if you feel the need to rest a little bit more than normal, have at it. Okay, with the Eight of Pentacles here, which was underneath, they're talking here about patiently, slowly and steadily working towards something. They're also bringing me to this idea here that the man is sitting down working. He seems kind of chill. He seems kind of focused. He's not running around frantic trying to get everything done as soon as possible. He's just taking his time, but he's doing the work. And that's the energy that Spirit is guiding you to embody as well. There's no rush. Work steadily, take breaks when you need to. This may be physical work that you're doing, but for a lot of you, it's definitely work that's going on in your energy field, because you're stripping all the layers now of who you thought you had to be or who you once were to who you now are and who you truly are. Okay, Aquarius, that's what I got for you. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.